Hey, what's up you guys, it's Dorothy and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going to go into chapter 76 of Lost by James Patterson, so let's get right into this video. This video may contain sensitive topics and foul language. If you do not wish to continue, I suggest you click off the video now. You have been warned. It took only a moment for me to regain my senses and realize I had to act immediately. I wanted to chase the shooters, but there were too many people who needed help right in front of me. I swept the area for gunmen. Once I determined it was clear, I holstered my pistol. Two men from the group that had confronted us were dead. One of the men had been shot in the back, but I didn't know if it was an accident or if someone from his group had gotten tired of him. For safety reasons, I took the pistols from the bodies and secured them. A moment later, I was at Marie's side. She was on the deck and bleeding badly from cuts on her face. I could barely recognize her under all the blood. It pulled and dripped off her nose like a cheap faucet. She said, "I swear it's not that bad. Some of the blood isn't even mine. Check on the girls in the container." A moment later, I was in front of the storage container. The smell turned my stomach. A haze seemed to have settled over the few people still in the container. Piles of garbage filled with back corners, junk food wrappers, empty water bottles, unused toilet paper overflowed from one small garbage can to form a small mountain. Cockroaches scattered when I stepped inside. A bucket used as a toilet was visible through a flimsy plastic curtain. I had a hard time imagining what the 9-day trip from Europe had been like for these poor souls. Steph was checking the pulse of a man on the ground. He was ashen, and his eyes looked up lifelessly at the rusty walls of the container. One leather loafer was missing from his left foot. Steph looked up at me and shook her head. I said, "Hit by a stray bullet." Steph said, "No, we have 4 dead in here. It looks like they all died from illness or heat exhaustion." She indicated another man on the ground and 2 girls against the rear wall. There were 3 young women alive, huddling together near the door to the container. Steph went to comfort them. I went over to the rear wall. The 2 girls looked like they had been dead a couple of days. They had been placed next to each other and covered with a plastic tarp. Both the girls looked like young teenagers. They had long hair and pretty faces with eyes that would never see home or family again. It was heartbreaking. I thought about how these poor people had lived for the past 9 days, and I got mad. Fury washed over me like a wave. I couldn't remember the last time I had been this pissed off, and I knew just who I could focus my anger on. I stepped out of the container with my hand on my pistol and said, "Where's that goddamn Inspector Vasile?" Lorna Perez just pointed. Across the cluttered deck, our best source of information lay flat, half of his face missing. Blood had gushed from the gunshot wound on his left cheek. Based on where he landed, I guess he'd been shot by the men who surprised us. I wonder if it was done on purpose to keep him from talking to us. I stepped over to Lorna. She wasn't injured, but she didn't look too good. Her hands were shaking and she was leaning against a storage container. I put my arm around her shoulder. "You saved our asses. You okay?" She looked up and nodded, but didn't say a word. I'd seen it before. The aftermath of police shooting could be devastating. She'd done her duty and proved she had talent. Anthony Chillo was holding pressure on the wound on Rick Morris's arm. I said, "Chill, how bad is it?" "I'll survive," the customs supervisor said. "We've got help on the way. Nothing we can do for the others," Chill said. I searched the 2 dead men's pockets, found some ID, and they said they're Russian. Chill mumbled, "Shocker." That's the end of this chapter. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.